So, are you tired of spending hours of writing codes and debugging your program? Do you wish you had a personal assistant to help you to write code? We see the cursor on its own, as if being controlled by the invisible force. Welcome to another video of Simplex. As you can see, this is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a powerful language model that can help you to write code in the fraction of time it would take you to do in your own. Just type in your programming task and ChatGPT will generate the code for you. So what was the code that I wanted to write? I'll just show you. I have here ERP. So you can see here I have some company information here, which are my leads. So I want to get these leads into my ERP system. So one way is that I can use the UI path as a RPA. I can script that RPA and that RPA will be adding the data one by one into my forms. And that will be time consuming job because RPA will enter the data one by one. So instead of entering the data one by one, simply use the API key to import that data directly into leads. So I'll ask the ChatGPT to write the code for me. So here you can see it has extracted the data. So it is creating the lead here. But right now, if you see here that it is asking user ID and password. So I don't want user ID password. I want the API key. Use API key and API instead of user ID and password. So my API key instance and this. URL instead of mine. So I'll be typing here. I'll be using this and I'll tell ChatGPT that my URL is this. Now I can also give it my API key and API secret. So I'll go here and I'll create my API secret here. So let me show you that. So here is user list. So I'll fetch my API key here. This is administrator. And for the administrator, I'll generate the key and you can see that this is my API secret and here is my API key. So I'll be using the API. I'll ask here is my API secret. Here is my API key. Use this input. Okay, so it has updated my script with the my provided API key and the provided API secret. And now if you can see here, the data which it has provided. So it will be in the lead, it will add the lead name, lead source, and company name, email ID, and phone. Copy this code and let me check if this is working. So I'll be using Visual Studio Code, a new text file. So it will be Python, and I'll add it here and file Simplex tutorial. So here will be ChatGPT leads. Save this here. Run this code now. If we go here, run and run without debugging. So lead is created successfully. If I go here now into my leads, CRM and leads here, you can see here this first particular lead as has been created 1 minute ago. You can see here. And this is what has come from this code. Lead name is this, Acme Incorporation, and then it is that. So I don't want to use this data directly here. Now I want the chat GPT to create the leads from my Excel sheet. So I have this where we have the company name, description, and phone number. So I'll ask chat GPT use my Excel sheet in path. So this is the path of sheet, and file name is leads2.xlsx, and I'll ask it to create leads. This file has company name, company description, and phone number. So now you can see here it is going to create a script for me. Right now you have noticed that it has not updated my API key and API secret. So I'll ask it use my previous script for API key and secret. So it has now taken that same API key and secret. So first of all, we'll see if it is working fine. So first row will be company name, which will be lead name. Lead source will be website, of course. And then it will choose company name, and then phone number will be phone number. All right, so we need to make sure that the company name, these columns are also correct. Company underscore phone. And here I'll be converting this into table. So I'll just go here, insert, and this will be table here. And finally, it took 15 minutes to debug the code. And then there was some string error also. And lastly, I gave it a command to correct the script and give me the final script. And here is the final script that I used to generate the leads from Excel to Erpnext using this particular script. So this is the final code now. And here, if I go to run and run without debugging, so you can see here it has started creating the leads. And now I can go, of course, here and start taking the actions on this lead, assign it to somebody whom you want to assign it to. You can see here that the number has also come here, the phone number has also come here, and company name has also come here. So this is my final integration. First of all, it is reading the Excel sheet. For every index rows, it is fetching the data and then adding the data into a lead, source, company name, and phone. While entering every row, it is giving me response back also. If the response status is 200, if the post request was successful, so it will give me 200 response. It means that if 200 response is there, so the company was created successfully. So it will fetch the company name and it will say that this company was created successfully. Else, if it is not created, then it will say that failed to create the row company name, and then it will give me the response that what was exactly the error response. Of course, to think about this code, to generate the API key, to write this code and think the logic, and to think that from how it has to be added, where it has to be added. So using simple prompts, using ChatGPT, it has replaced the job of the person who had to create this script to do the integration. So hope you like this video. If you have any comments or feedback related to ChatGPT, and if you want me to cover any specific aspect in the prompt engineering, give me your feedback in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe to the channel, it will help me to understand that this channel is really helping you. So see you in next video. Take care and goodbye.